Welcome to Legally Yours. Today we're about to film a series all about commercial mediation with our gorgeous Nicole Davidson from Growing Beyond. So thank you for joining us, Nicole.
Pleasure.
So this episode, I'd really like to chat a little bit about why you became a commercial mediator and why you think it's so important in the process. So over to you. What sort of started you on this journey?
So I started this journey from a bit of a diverse path actually. So I started my career as a lawyer. I'd never really wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be an accountant, but I got the marks, so I did the degree. And then I realised it was easier to do articles and qualify as a lawyer than to sit 5 exams to become an accountant.
Okay.
Interesting career choices.
Yes.
But I did quickly realise that the law wasn't for me, and for me that was about some of the aspects of the law were so technical, so structured that it didn't necessarily feel efficient to me. And particularly when I did a small amount of time in disputes, I was frustrated by litigation. I looked at it, I thought, this is so expensive for people, it takes so long, and you can have a great case but a bad lawyer or no funds for a lawyer and get an outcome that's just not fair.
Absolutely.
So for me, the law wasn't the place to call home. Take a few years, a roundabout way, and after a number of years working as a legal client, as an investment banker, as an insolvency practitioner, I then became a learning and development person in law firms, working with lawyers, and I love working with lawyers. That sort of then led by a series of different roles to a specialist role in negotiation and teaching negotiation to a whole range of different people. I fell in love with negotiation. I love the material that I work with. I love the theory behind it, the way that I learn about people. And after I'd been teaching for a while, I'm not naturally an extrovert. Teaching all the time is hard work. I wanted to be working with smaller groups as well. So for me, it was going into commercial mediation was a way of bringing the first half of my career, all the commercial knowledge and the business skills that I had, into play with the second half of my career where I've learned to understand and work with people.
Fantastic.
And more importantly, help people resolve disputes quickly, efficiently, in a way where they have control over the outcome.
Absolutely, and it's interesting because I think mediation has always typically historically been part of once you've actually issued. So that was kind of in that process. But what you're doing is actually you're saying parties need to get together and mediate even before they put in their court documents or their pleadings and any of those.
Absolutely, I think there's a real role for that. Once again, all sorts of disputes have to be considered on their merits. It's not appropriate for everything. But one of the problems I see with litigation is the minute you have litigation, there's a couple of issues that arise. One is that our litigation system is adversarial. So it automatically ramps up the conflict. We're now in a battle. Law is about somebody is wrong here. And we're humans, we're hardwired to really not want to be wrong. So we get a lot of angst and a lot of stress from this desire to have to win this battle. We also are working with lawyers who believe in the law. And once again, the law is great and we need to have laws, but sometimes the results that the law delivers are actually not the best results for the client. So you can go through a whole court case, you can get a successful judgment, but it still doesn't meet your needs.
No, absolutely. And I think mediation is that opportunity to even get some of those issues out that might not be strictly commercial in the sense of why they've reached the point where they're in a dispute. So it must be, even if the matter does go on to be part of a litigation, that at least everyone is aware of exactly what those issues are. So it's quite valuable, irrespective, and almost should be your first point of call for any dispute matter.
Well, and what's interesting, I think, now is we're seeing certain areas of law where statute has made it mandatory to mediate before you litigate. So if you've got a franchising dispute, if you've got a retail tenancies dispute, you can't issue proceedings without mediating. Now, what I love about that is that we're seeing that over 50% of those disputes actually settle before any proceedings need to be issued.
Absolutely.
Now, in my mind, there are a whole lot of other commercial disputes that would benefit from that system,
Yes.
getting much faster outcomes
Yeah,
for clients.
could not agree more. So if this is resonating with you, if you'd like to explore more about what Nicole offers, head to our platform at legallyyours.com.au. You can actually find Nicole there and learn more about growing beyond. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.